Hi, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and here on YouTube you know me as what? Epic Fantasy, that's right. And it is day 7 of Halloween week, and today is all about the eyeballs. That's right, all about the eyeballs. I show you how to make eyeballs with ping pong balls, how they look terrific, they look fantastic, and then I show you a bunch of different ways to, have fun with them, creative ways. Let me show you what we're going to do in this video. First off, we have every mom's worst nightmare. I call this one, do not run with scissors. I like this one. This is one of my favorites. And we also have your plain old generic eyeball popping out of your head. Right? Look at that. Oh, I think I need a Band-Aid. We also have, it gets worse. What happens if we get it a little harder? Yeah, the eyeball comes right out. See that? Is that fun or what? Oh my goodness, people are going to be like, let me touch it. And we have, being a medieval website with lots of StormTheCastle.com and lots of medieval stuff, this is what happens when you and your brother fool around with a bow and arrow. You end up with an arrow in the eye. Do not point your bow and arrow at your brother, or this is what happens. I like this one. All right. So I show you how to make the eyeballs. I show you how to make the guts and gore around them and stuff like that. See that? See that? Is that fun? So today's all about eyeballs. We will launch into the introduction, and then we'll do the tutorial on how to make all of those things. But first, let me say something. This is tomorrow's project. Tomorrow is Halloween, and this ends up Halloween week. And the project is inside this box. You want to take a look, see what's in there? Nope, sorry, can't do it. You have to subscribe and follow my channel, and tomorrow you'll find out what is inside this box. This is our grand finale for Halloween week. So thank you for watching. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. Always lots of fun, interesting, creative projects, all kinds of crazy stuff. Leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, leave a suggestion. I read all comments, and sometimes somebody suggests something and I make it. So thank you very much. Let's do the intro, and then let's do having fun with eyeballs. Thank you. Dioramas, origami, catapults, and trebuchets, telescopes, terrariums, bonsai trees, and paper games, swords and shields, and real blacksmithing, model box animation. I teach the art of real creation. StormTheCastle.com. Let's make something. Okay, one thing you might want to do is get yourself some ping pong balls or something very similar, and use some masking tape like this to secure them down to the bench so you can work on them easier. So print yourself up some eyeballs that you can find on the internet, and then seal them with something if possible. If you have some kind of a spray sealer, high gloss sealer that's nice, it makes them look better, and then cut them out. And then put a series of slots in them like this. Oh, excuse me. Paint the back of them with a black magic marker or a Sharpie to thicken the pupil. Just paint the pupil area. That'll make it nice, deep, rich black color. And then slit them like this. Maybe half a dozen, 8 times, something like that. So they will go on the ping pong ball. Now use some Mod Podge and paint them on the back to get them nice and wet, and then apply them. And then Mod Podge over it. It'll take a little bit of effort here to kind of get it nice and smooth, but keep at it. So there you go. They look pretty good. Once they dry, Mod Podge them again. It's an eyeball and it's wet, so you want to actually use a lot of Mod Podge or white glue or something to get them really wet looking. And then paint some veins in the eye, whites of the eyes like this with a toothpick and red paint. You can really make some good looking eyeballs with just a few basic materials, and then seal them if you have some kind of a sealant. A high gloss if you have it, a spray or a brush on or something. Improvise whatever you can improvise. So now those are the eyeballs are done. You can see the rock over there on the left. You can also put the optic nerve on there if you want, and some guts and gore with hot glue gun. Works really well. Do it in layers. Put some on there, build it up some, let it cool, and let me show you a little trick. And then add it, make it longer, and you can actually flip that over and let it drip some. Big thing, see how it's dripping like that to make the optic nerve, and while it's cooling. And between stages, after you see how it's, and we used a top of a water bottle cap to hold it while it's cooling. But here, I wanted to show you working in stages. So you build it up, you put a bunch of hot glue on there, and then dip it in ice water to cool it quick, so you can work on it some more. So you don't have to constantly wait for it to cool. And you can really go crazy with this, make the optic nerves as long as you want. Kind of nice. See, the eyeballs are easy. That was just 2 minutes. And then paint them up. That's it. And see, if you use a high gloss spray on finish, they look shiny, really nice looking eyeballs. Send me pictures if you make them. Now the first project is this project where the eyeballs are in the hands. And I tried a bunch of different ways to do this. And this is probably the easiest and the best way, especially if you're moving around on Halloween. Cut the ping pong ball in half so you have it like that. And then puncture 2 holes in it along the side, opposite each other. One there, flip it around. Opposite that hole, punch another hole. And then you get yourself a thin piece of string or wire. And push it all the way through. Push it through one hole and out the other hole. You know, when I got this orange wire, because it's kind of skin colorish, you know, you can even use thread, but thread is going to break on you. And then you put it in your palm like this, and you wrap it around your pinky finger and your thumb. Now the big nice thing about this is you're not using some kind of a latex or something to secure it. That's a real hassle. This way you can put it on and take it off as you want. Put it in your pocket, take it off, put it back on. It makes it kind of convenient. So wrap it and tie it in a little knot. And there you go. It looks good. And at night, or from the distance of 10 feet, you can't even see that wire. So let's do the next project. This is the easy eyeball project in glasses or sunglasses. You can use any kind of glasses that you don't mind destroying. Again, cut the ping pong ball in half. Keep this half. Well, we're going to keep, for this project, we're going to use both halves. And then just hot glue it to the glasses. Don't do both. You won't be able to see. Just do one. Right on there like that. It's kind of fun. This is a fun little project that's not too scary if you're worried about the little kids. And scratch the glasses with a sharp knife if you're using sunglasses, and to make it look like it was shattered and your eye popped right through it. It actually looks pretty good with sunglasses. See it? Cracks in the glasses. I like it. Now we want some blood dripping from it. Use the same technique where you use hot glue and you can swirl it around and let it drip, and manipulate the glasses by holding them upside down or right side up so the glue kind of flows the way you want it. And do a couple of these. You can make them pretty long if you're careful about it. That glue is solidifying as we're looking at it. So put the other half of the eyeball in the back if you want. This is optional. Glue that on, and then let's add a little bit more blood drips to this thing. See that? It looks like the eye popped right through the glass. Yeah, plenty more blood. We're going to paint all of that red. See how it's starting to flow and ooze? You tinker with that a little bit, add some glue, flip it around, hold it upside down, hold it in different directions, and the glue will flow the way you want it. It's very viscous. See, look at that. So the only thing remaining is to paint it. And your first eyeball project is done. Not too scary. Reasonably kid-friendly. I like it. There you go. Ping pong ball and a pair of glasses. So now the next project. What happens if you get heat even hotter and your eyeball just popped right out of your socket? That's what you get. So how do you do this? You paint the inside of the glass black. Put it on there nice and thick. Then you take a toothpick and white paint and paint a shattered glass pattern on the outside of the glass. And we're actually making it as if it was a hole in the glass. Well, I'll show you that. See, I'm starting to do a circular pattern there. See, that becomes a hole in the glass. And then with the shattered pieces coming out. Just like that. We like it. So put some hot glue on there and stick the optic nerve of your eyeball right on it, and it'll hold. Unless yours is a foot long. You know, add a little more glue. You can just paint it red. That's it. Paint it red. Make sure it's on there securely. And make sure it's turned in a way so people can see the iris and the pupil of the eyeball are kind of like that. If it was hanging too low, you might not see it. And it's because the iris and the eyeball add to it. There you go. That's it. Eyeball popping. Next project. My favorite. Running with scissors. I have a template. It's on the website at the URL. I just drew out a freehand pair of scissors and then I said, let me make a template out of this so people can use it if they want. Because it's kind of important. Like the size, the way the two halves of the scissors go and the way it's cut and everything, you might have to tinker with this a little bit so it's not interfering with your face. So, but I give you the template and takes the worry out. So paint the blades silver. And paint the handles black. And then let's do a little detail work with a pen. Or a Sharpie or something. The pin in there and it looks good. I like it. Very easy. Put some hot glue on it. And then stick it to the eyeglass lens with the full blade upwards. You can't put it downwards, it'll be sticking in your face. See, the full blade is sticking, pointing up in the air. Now use some white paint to crack that glass. And you are done. Running with scissors. This is a good one. I love this one. Oh man, that one is creepy. All right, the final project in this video is the arrow through the eyeball. And for this one we use safety goggles. Kind of nice if you don't have sunglasses or glasses and you do have a pair of safety goggles that you can sacrifice for this project. And we're going to need a little masking tape to make kind of like a tab, something like this. You just fold the masking tape over on itself. So choose your location where you want the arrow to be and scratch or use white paint to do a circular kind of hole as if there were a hole in the mask, and then make some scratches outward from that as if the glass was shattered. So it looks like the arrow went through it and then shattered the glass. See? And there's more, you can see it up there more. Now this is the Daedric arrow from my Daedric bow and arrow project. So we're going to kind of ruin this arrow. You're going to need a small piece. Actually, you'll have to cut it to size and you'll see what I mean. And then you use the outside piece around 10 inches long maybe with the feathers on it for the outside. So cut an eyeball. And it's going to go on the tab like that. So glue it right on. You know, been a crazy week. A lot of projects, a video every day, but worth it. I had a lot of fun this week. So glue that right onto the tab. And thanks if you watched all the Halloween videos, thank you for that. And I have a lot of videos and a lot of creative stuff. I hope you stay. If you're a new subscriber, I hope you stay. So put a bunch of glue around the eyeball because we're going to paint it blood. And then put some glue right in the center of the pupil, a big glob of hot glue, and then stick the portion of your arrow shaft right in it like that. And you have to look at it and measure it and see. Depends on your safety goggles, and you'll see what I mean. But it's going to go like this. The tab is going to be glued to the goggles, and the arrow shaft is going to be glued to the goggles. So that will change the length of that little piece of arrow. So trim off any excess tab that you won't need. And paint all that hot glue red, including the hot glue that attaches the arrow to the pupil. It's a bloody mess. Now we're going to put some hot glue on that shaft of that arrow and glue it right to the mask. And sorry about the camera angle. Here it's going to come back into view here. Glue that right in there. It's right in the center of that hole if you can get it. And then you need at least 2 points of fixture. So put some glue on that tab to hold it to the mask. So now it's glued at the tab and it's glued at the arrow shaft, and it's going to stay in place. It won't move. But it looks good. See how the arrow goes right through that circle we drew scratched. So it looks like it went through the goggle and made a hole. So now the only thing remaining, well, just about the only thing remaining is to put the outside of the arrow, the arrow with the feathered portion on the outside of the mask. And that's it. Now you may have, depending on what material your mask is made of, don't get frustrated if you have to try a few different glues. And you can scratch the surface a little bit with something. That will often help the glue, the hot glue, to adhere. So once you get it secured on there nice and tight, put some more glue on there and use our blood dripping method with hot glue to drip blood out of it. That's it. You just got to paint it. Put as much glue on there as you want. You have fun. One more project tomorrow. That's the project inside the box. And that will be tomorrow on Halloween Day. And Halloween week will officially be finished. There you go. An arrow through the eye. Creepy looking project. Thanks for watching. Here's a couple more videos you might be interested in. Go through my playlists. Look through my videos. That top mask, the medieval plague mask, is turning out to be a very popular project. And down below is a medieval axe. Thank you.